Hi, I'm Lauren, and today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite buys from Target. Now, if you are new to my channel, I typically talk about a lot of luxury, expensive, like small curation type products and brands. I love them. I get really jazzed about them. But I'm a Target girl, and I've shopped at Target my entire life, and they've really stepped it up in terms of what they have to offer for your beauty and body care. And I just think that they actually offer a lot of really great staples, and I don't talk about them. And so, like, I kind of thought about it like the other day. I was walking around Target, and I was like, I should be sharing some of this stuff with you guys because I enjoy it too. And I don't know why I haven't, but I just haven't. So I'm going to share today like my favorite things from Target. Some of these are like my tried and true staples. Some of these are like newer to me, but like very, very noteworthy and like high quality products. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to start with some body care. Now, I don't know about you guys, but like I am notoriously bad about like moisturizing and like just taking really good care of my skin outside of the shower. And I tend to have really, really dry skin because of it. I also love hot showers, which does not help me at all. But I discovered this moisturizer from the brand Flamingo. And this stuff is like just, oh, it's good. Okay, so like it comes in this tube, which I don't love this tube, I'll be honest with you, because the formula is kind of thick. And sometimes I feel like it's kind of hard to squeeze it out. You can tell like my tube is like, we've had some moments where I've struggled with it. But I love this formula because it's really like, it feels really lightweight going on. It doesn't feel super greasy once it starts to sink into the skin. So like if you put it on before you go to bed, you're not gonna like ruin your sheets being all greasy and like jumping into your bed, which I really, really appreciate. It makes the skin feel so like baby soft, and it actually makes your skin feel better over time, which I don't feel like every lotion does that. This one has squalane, which is supposed to nourish moisture, papaya extract to exfoliate, and white willow bark, which also is supposed to moisturize. I just love the formula of this so much, and the smell of it is like so different than any other moisturizer I've ever used. The best way I can describe this is like, it almost smells like a fragrance from like the late 90s, early 2000s that had kind of like that like CK1 or like Curve-esque kind of scent to it. Kind of like almost like a sporty feminine scent. I really like it. I don't normally go for that type of fragrance, but for some reason it just works in this body lotion. Side note, I did try the Flamingo razor when I got this. Don't like that at all. I personally don't like when razors have like the giant moisture strips because I feel like it's really hard to get a really nice detailed shave. So that brings me to my next point, which is the Harry's razor. This is a men's razor that you can get from Target. And if you look at it, it doesn't have like a giant moisture strip. I really, really like this razor, actually. It's like got a weighted handle, which is kind of nice. Like it's not gonna like flip around in your hand while you're shaving. You can get a nice balanced shave. And it's like, they've got some fun, like bright, funky colors, but I think this was only like $10, and it included the razor as well as an extra head to pop onto here. I just like men's razors better than women's razors. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I would love to know if I'm not the only one. But yeah, this is a great buy from Target. Like inexpensive, works great, really close shave. I'm all about it. Now, let's move on to a little bit of like facial skincare. So I have talked about this before with having perioral dermatitis. I can't use a lot of things now. It seems like my skin kind of reacts poorly. So in my quest for like finding things that were perioral dermatitis friendly, someone on like a Reddit thread or something had suggested La Roche-Posay, the Toleriane Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. And okay, so like this bottle is enormous, all right? It's like, it's as big as my body lotion. It's an enormous bottle. It's an incredibly gentle milky cleanser, and I'm someone who has kind of sensitive skin, and I've really enjoyed this. It makes my skin feel really soft afterwards. And I want to say it has prebiotic thermal spring water, niacinamide, and ceramide 3. And so it just really helps to kind of moisturize your skin and doesn't leave it feeling stripped. So I really like this cleanser, and it's enormous. It's gonna last forever. Another hit from La Roche-Posay is the Cicaplast Balm 5. This was recommended by Story of Mar if you're on Instagram. What I like this for, it kind of is good for any type of irritation on your skin, just to kind of calm it down. So I get this, like, I guess it's technically like scalp psoriasis. I haven't been to a dermatologist for this, but like I thought it was eczema for a long time. But my sister went to a dermatologist and they told her that she has scalp psoriasis. And my mom actually has it too, and she didn't know, but when I was cutting her hair recently, I saw it on the back of her neck in the same spot that I get it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm pretty sure it's scalp psoriasis, but you know, whatever. This is a self-diagnosis. Anyway, this stuff is really nice for irritated skin. And so like what I'll do is just kind of pop that onto my neck, hold my hair up while I put it on. And it's not like super greasy feeling, so I don't feel like my hair gets all like funky and gross where I apply this. And it really just helps to kind of soothe that skin and keeps it from feeling itchy, and it kind of helps with like flakiness and stuff too. So I really like that. Another thing I will say, there was a weekend that I don't remember where I had gone, but like I, was not at home, and the baby doesn't normally get diaper rash, but for some reason this weekend she did. And I just put a little bit of this on her bottom and it helped. Like, I don't know how it would do with like crazy diaper rash, but in a pinch, like it helped her diaper rash. I don't know. It's really soothing if you have any type of skin irritation. Big fan. Their brand overall just seems like really like scientifically backed and just really nice formulas. I really enjoy it. I don't know. I almost completely forgot about something that I've been using recently. So I'm going to give you a little backstory here. I am turning 30 this year. And the one thing that like basically every online dermatologist will tell you that like has a social media account is like cleanse, moisturize, maybe add in a retinol like once you start hitting like your late 20s. So I'm like thinking to myself, like, I don't use a retinol right now. I tried one last year, around this time last year. I tried the Drunk Elephant A Passioni. I did my research like leading up to this to kind of know what to expect, because I know your skin can go through some funky changes when you start a retinol, which if you don't know, like you can experience a lot of dryness, some flaking. Some people call it the retinol uglies, where your skin starts breaking out and erupting. And basically it's because you're accelerating the turnover of everything in your skin. You're accelerating that renewal process, which is why people love retinol. It makes you look younger and glowier and smooths out fine lines and can help with acne and things like that. So yeah, I tried the A Passioni from Drunk Elephant. Oh, it was so bad. Okay, so I knew to expect all the flakiness. I completely washed my face, pat it dry, put on a little teeny tiny dab of that stuff, and went about my business, went to bed. The next morning, I looked like I had aged 10 years overnight. Like I am talking, like it almost looked like deep lines had formed on my face. It was dry and just honestly pretty terrible. I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? I've made a huge mistake. So heavy moisturizer, like very little makeup, just try to get through it, right? And I was using it like once every week and a half to start, then moved up to a week, and then like every like 3 to 4 days is kind of what I did. And I did this for months. So after all of the negative side effects had subsided, after those, months had gone by, I was like, I don't see one single change in my skin. Retinol is a crock. I don't believe in it. I just like really kind of wrote it off because I had such a bad experience when I first started it. And so fast forward a year, here we are. And I was like, I keep seeing like all of these dermatologists being like retinol. And I'm like, I had such a bad experience and I felt like I saw no difference once my skin had acclimated to it. But let's try it again. Why not? So there's Dr. Ranella Hirsch. She's been on different podcasts. She's really active on social media. And I had read an interview where she recommended Neutrogena, the Rapid Wrinkle Repair Cream. Okay. And you can find this at Target for like $25 to $30. I think it was technically on sale when I bought it. And it's a very like rich, thick cream. And so this one does come with like the warnings, like you may experience mild redness, warm tingling sensation, yada, yada, yada. I didn't really have all of that kind of irritation. I did experience a little tiny bit of flaking when I first started using it, but they say with this cream, like, you know, you can expect to start seeing results in a week, which that's like an unusually short amount of time when it comes to skincare to see any type of results. But I kid you not, the fine lines on my face started looking less deep. And I was like, can it be that this actually works? I don't know. I've been using it for probably about a month and a half now. And I actually feel like I have seen a difference in my skin. I feel like the biggest difference is just in the overall texture. I don't feel like my pores are as deep looking as they were before. I feel like the fine lines on my forehead, unless I'm really moving my eyebrows, you don't really notice those fine lines as much as you did before. They're still there, but they're not as deep looking to me. I don't know. I feel like this is a product that is actually worth trying. And especially if you're someone who wants to slowly start introducing a retinol, this might be a great choice for you. My understanding is that this is probably a slightly lower percentage of retinol. They don't say on the packaging like what the percentage is. The Drunk Elephant that I used was 1%, which is kind of like a higher retinol like over the counter that you can get. I think 1% is the highest that you can get over the counter. This one, I don't know how high the percentage is. I would venture to say it's not quite as high as the Drunk Elephant, but my skin has tolerated it really well and it's actually showing me some results. So I think that this is a solid pick from Target and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a retinol. Okay, now this next product, this next line is new to me. You may have heard of it before because I feel like there's so many like Instagram ads and like sponsored videos about this brand, Function of Beauty. Okay, so I sometimes, I kind of oscillate back and forth between my hair care. Like a lot of times, like I'll have a really nice luxury brand and then I kind of run out of that and then buy something a little less expensive. And I kind of go back and forth. I mean, I'm a licensed hairdresser, so I can get the really nice professional products at cost. But I still like a drugstore thrill every now and then. It's just kind of fun. I don't know. So I was in Target the other day and I saw these beautiful like pastel bottles. They were purple, they were blue. I think there was like an orange or a yellow or a pink. And I was like, what is that? Like, I've never seen that before. So I go over to it and I see this and it says Function of Beauty. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen this brand before somewhere. And so they created a separate line specifically sold for Target. So the unique thing about Function of Beauty is that they target the hair care to your specific hair needs. So since they can't mix up your own individual bottle and send it to you via Target, what they did was they created these different bottles for like an end cap, and you select your base formula based on your hair type. So they had for straight hair, wavy hair, curly hair, and then like coiled hair. So like your different textures, right? And so my hair does have a little bit of wave, not like a lot, but enough that I'm like, let's try to like enhance that, right? So I got the one for wavy hair. And then what you do, beneath all of the shampoos and conditioners, they have these rows of like pods. And what you do is you select up to 3 of these little pods and you squeeze one into your shampoo, squeeze one into your conditioner. You can do up to 3 in each. You shake it for 15 seconds and then you have an extra tailored, customized shampoo and conditioner. I think it's brilliant. Like, I love the concept of being able to do that. I don't know that like I would have paid so much to like just order something online and have it mailed to me. That feels no different to me than like buying any other shampoo or conditioner online. But there was something really unique about the tangible experience of having both of these, physically selecting the things that I wanted to target in my hair, which for me, I wanted to do anti-frizz because my hair is very, very frizzy on its own. I did some deep conditioning because even though I dyed my hair, underneath this dye is bleached hair, so I have to treat it like bleached hair still. And the last one was like a curl enhancer, which my hair is not curly, but it had chia and flaxseed. And I know that both of those are really, really good for texture in hair. And I have to say, like, the experience of using these was really, really pleasant. They lathered really well. They smell really nice. They have like fruity, peachy kind of scent. I think they call it like nude peach or something like that. I can't remember. I really enjoyed the overall experience of using these. And I'll tell you what, my hair, I let it air dry just to see like what it would do. It wasn't like overly defined and curly. So, I mean, I think that booster helps, but it's not going to like make your hair magically curly if you don't have a curly hair. But it was not as frizzy as it normally is. And it was extremely soft. So my hair, like I said, it gets frizzy and it feels kind of rough. I've got bleached hair under here. So it's like, I've got that bleached texture. But this was surprisingly just like really lovely to use, and you can get it at Target now. So I just wanted to share that. I think it's really cool. Okay, now this next one, it's kind of a unique purchase. So this is called Billion Dollar Beauty, and this is something brand new at Target. And basically what it is like a box with like a magnetic pan on the bottom, and then they sell like these little individual pans of like brow products, eyeshadow. I think they had blush and lip balm, and they're like a couple dollars each. They're not super expensive. And then this little box was like, I think $6. And basically you can create your own custom palette. And so I love the concept of that. So it takes me a while to open it. It's just, I think it's because it's so new and this is just really snug and tight on here. But basically you open it up, you've got a little mirror compartment in here. You can actually like pop this out and like set it on a vanity, which I think is super clever. And then inside of it, you can put all of your pans. Like if you were like me and you like to depot things and travel with them, what have you. So like I actually bought 2 of these. I bought one for eyeshadows that I wanted to take out of bigger palettes. And then I have another one for cheek stuff as well. And so basically their little eyebrow pan, I think this was like $2 or $3. It was not expensive. I got the blonde one, and it is fantastic. Like, I don't have that one on today. I used a pencil today. But let me see where my little, my brow brush is. So, like, this powder is so nice. This is the blonde one, mind you. Like, I like to go a little lighter. I don't want my brows to be too dark and intense. But this powder is, like, really nicely pigmented. And I like it because it stays on all day, and I tend to like more of like a powdery formula on my brows because I don't like looking at my brows and like turning and seeing it like shiny underneath, and I feel like a lot of pomades can do that. But this has been like a surprisingly wonderful little find like in Target. And I think what maybe excited me the most, like I know a lot of companies offer like the almost like kind of Z palette style with the magnets in the bottom now. Like that's not like a unique concept, but it was just unique to see it inside of Target. And I actually really needed 2 of these to like put other products into, and I just didn't have it like shipped to me. So like, I don't know, this was like just kind of a great little find. And I loved it. If you were going away for a weekend or something, you could customize what you take with you. So inexpensive, their pans are actually really good, and I don't know, that was just a win for me, and I kind of really like it. Now I'm gonna round it out with some lip products. So if you see my lip color today, this is from Mented Cosmetics, which is brand spanking new to Target. I've never tried their line before, but it's a Black-owned company, and that's something that I really want to support more. And so I was really excited to actually see these products in Target. So I'm going to start off with the lip liner. This is called La La Lip Pencil. Now, little backstory here. Basically, like since high school on, at various points, I have been nicknamed Lala. And so at this point in my life, my nieces and nephews, my godsons, they all call me Lala. So when I saw this pencil, I had to get it because of the name. I know that's so goofy, but it's actually a really beautiful color. It pulls kind of like a bricky pink on me. It's definitely like a deeper lip color, but I really, really enjoy this. The formula is really, really nice. It's really creamy. And I feel like once it sets down, it's not like moving or, you know, going all over the place. But it's also kind of nice because like when I first put it on, I can kind of buff it out a little bit. So what I've been doing is applying it and then buffing it into my lip a little bit. And then I go back in with their semi-matte lipstick. This is the shade Pretty in Pink, which is also what I have on today. And then I just kind of like smoosh the lip liner and the lipstick together. This formula is so lovely. Like it's lightweight, but it wears really nicely and it's creamy. I don't have issues with it like getting waxy or separating where my lips touch, which is also like a big focal point for me, like a big like important thing with lipsticks. I hate when they kind of like get all bunchy where your lips touch or they bleed out. This is just a really, really nice formula. I kind of want to see what other shades that they have because I really like this color and formula. And the last thing that I got from them, because I saw the end cap with all of these and I was like, I have to try them because everybody talks about this brand and how wonderful it is. And now it's at Target. So I also got their lip gloss, and this is the shade Mauve Over. And I don't have this on right now, but I'll put some on over. And it's like, it's a little glossy, but it's not like a super glossy lip gloss. The texture of it reminds me of like a slightly thicker variant of like a lip oil. I do get a couple hours wear out of this, where like a lip oil, I usually can get like an hour or two. But this one stays on a little bit better than that. And I actually really like the color. I tried to get colors that were kind of in a similar color family without being identical because I wanted to be able to mix and match them with other products without them being like all the same color. So like I'll show you on my hand. That's the lip liner, the Lala. And then Pretty in Pink, I'll put that next to it. Okay. And then Mauve Over. So like they all, you can kind of blend them all together and play together with them, but they're not all exactly the same color, which I like. I don't know, I just really, really like these. Like the formulas are just so creamy and they feel so moisturizing on the lips. They don't get bunchy and weird. They wear off nicely. Like this line, it's beautiful. Like highly, highly recommend. So like that is my Target rundown. I think that I like to spend a lot of money on really nice, fun products, but I am still a Target girl and I still like getting some of my basics there, you know? Like I think you just need to have those good basics in your pocket that you can just kind of whip out and just grab when you're getting the other stuff that you need, you know? So I hope that this was informative for you. I was really excited to do this video because these are some of the things that I really love. So I'm excited to share them with you. If this was helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I love bringing this kind of content for you. Drop a comment below and let me know if there's something specific you want to see or know about. I would love to be able to help you with that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.